Trisha, we are live. We can start.
Good afternoon. I'm Pratyusha Mehta, Secretary of the DC chapter, and it is my immense pleasure to host the inauguration of the ICAI DC chapter today. My colleague Devi Prasad will be co-hosting this event with me. I thank each and every one of you for being part of today's festivities. We are pleased to welcome those of you who have been part of the parent ICAI chapter for years, and also those of you who are new to our community. I especially want to welcome our special guests, Ambassador Taranjit Singh Sandhu, Maryland State Senator James Rosenep, Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, CA Mahavir Singhvi, University of Maryland Chair Ravi Mittal, and our very own Karta, Karma and Kriya of the Sea Initiative, CA Atul Kumar Gupta, President, ICAI. And our Vice President, CA Niha Niranjan Jambusaria, who is unwell and can't make it to the event today. Let's begin today's event with traditional lamp lighting.
Yaesha supteshu jagrati Yaesha supteshu jagrati Kamam 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 Purusho nirvimanaha Tadev shukram Tada Brahma Tadevamritamuchyate Tasmin lokaha Shataha Sarvetadunatyati Kaschan Etadvaita
The COVID-19 virus has had a profound impact on all of us. Like an unwelcome guest, it has interposed itself in our day-to-day lives. We have had to adapt, fight our basic urges, and engineer our society to deal with this deadly pandemic. For those who have lost their loved ones to COVID, we send our deepest condolences. The virus has disrupted our day-to-day life, but we have found ways to cope with this new reality. Even with this raging pandemic, we have had few positive things that have and will shape our lives going forward. The United States has for the first time elected a woman vice president and a person of Indian origin, a moment of immense pride for us Indians. There was a successful global collaboration to expeditiously develop and distribute a vaccine. We at ICAI have made some significant progress as well. With the tireless efforts of our volunteers, we have inaugurated 8 representative offices in the United States. We recently had chapter inaugurations in Dallas, Houston, and New England. Our ICAI DC chapter will be the 39th international chapter and the 5th chapter in the United States. We have put a commendable effort into increasing our global footprint and following our theme of Uniting in America. Being in the Washington, D.C. Greater Metro area gives us many advantages. As CAs and CPAs, we can work with the largest employer in the United States, that is the federal government. We have access to various for-profit and non-profit organizations, numerous academic institutions, and a large number of businesses with varying needs. According to the statistics of US businesses, DC alone boasts more than 18,000 firms, 23,000 establishments, and more than 60,000 non-employer businesses. We have the unique opportunity to collaborate, get educated, and work with the policymakers that can uplift all our lives. I would say we live in an enviable location. Over to Devi now.
Thank you, Pratyusha. That was a very good compilation showcasing some of the prominent attractions of Washington, D.C. and introducing guests to one of the core objectives of this chapter, which is to create a platform for the professional and personal development of members based in Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and West Virginia. A lot of hard work has gone since the time this chapter was conceptualized to where we are today. Today is the beginning of what we trust will be a great platform for professionals and intellectuals from both the United States and India to come forward and together to exchange ideas and take a natural and mutually beneficial partnership forward. We have the honor today of having with us an eminent group of personalities who have kindly agreed to grace this august and memorable occasion with their presence and messages. As informed by Pratyusha a few minutes back, unfortunately, our Vice President of CA Institute, Sri Nihar Niranjan Jambusaria ji, could not be with us today. So we will start the So it's a great honor for me to introduce the Joint Secretary, Counterterrorism, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Shri C.A. Mahavir Singhvi ji, Indian Foreign Service. Shri Singhvi ji represented India in several international forums during his various assignments in the diplomatic service. He was appointed to the elite Indian Foreign Service in the year 1999. Shri Singhvi ji is one of the most qualified bureaucrats serving the Government of India at present. Having been educated and trained at some of the world's finest institutions, including the University of Oxford, UK, IIM Ahmedabad, the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and Delhi University. Without further delay, I now request CA Shri Mahavir Singhviji to say a few words to our community.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ravi. There was some problem in the connection. I think I've just again connected from my mobile. Thank you. I think Atul Gupta ji is also available. Perhaps we can hear him first and then I can come back. I just saw his message. That is all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Thank you. So, yes, we had a few connection issues. So, we'll start with Shri Atul Kumar Gupta ji. I have immense pleasure of introducing Shri Atul Kumar Gupta ji, the president of ICAI. Having more than 2 decades of experience, CA Gupta ji joined the ICAI Central Council in 2013. As a council member, his organizational skills, insights, and dedication has garnered him immense respect. CA Gupta ji is well known as a key contributor and facilitator of the Goods and Service Tax regime. He is a board member of South Asian Federation of Accountants, and he represents ICAI in the International Integrated Reporting Council. He holds memberships in vital committees that develop evolutionary policies for regulating accounting standards and audit advisory services. I now invite Shri Atul Kumar Gupta ji to say a few words to our community.
Thank you, Devi Prasad ji. And at the outset, my regards to the Honorable the Chief Guest of the day, our own Ambassador, Mr. Taranjit Singh Sandhu ji, the Honorable Ambassador of India to USA. The guest of honor from the Maryland State, the Senator, Mr. James Rosenep. Our own colleague in the profession and very distinguished personality, very close friend of mine, CA Mahavir Singhviji, the Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, who is the instrumental behind the recognition of all the chapters and the representative of by the Ministry of External Affairs, by the Ministry of External Affairs. The worthy Vice President ICAI, in absentia, CA Nihar Jambusaria ji, because of the little health issues, he is not able to join us in this today's program. Our colleagues, the other colleagues who are going to speak, and specifically I will say the founder chairman of the Washington DC chapter, that is 39th chapter, CA Gokuldas Pai, along with all the management committee members, the distinguished speakers, Parveen ji, and the other colleagues who are going to speak, Kaplesh ji, Melanie Dhruv, and others who are going to address in this particular program. At the outset, I congratulate the Washington DC chapter and the entire team for the today's inauguration. That is the 39th chapter of the ICAI, which is being launched today on this momentous occasion. I also convey my sincere thanks to the chief guest and the guest of honor for sparing their valuable time to join us this historical day for all of us, when we are having the official presence available in the Washington DC after the RO, which was formed maybe a few times back, but now being converted into the full-fledged chapter of the ICAI. Though we are living in a new normal and we are inaugurating this through the virtual platform, but I believe that very soon we will all meet each other in a physical mode whenever there will be an opportunity. Friends, when we discuss about the role of the chapter and why these chapters are being formed and what kind of activities they are doing and how they are in a position to contribute towards the bilateral relationship between the two countries, we need to discuss them in details. As far as the ICAI is concerned, that ICAI is a proud institute to have more than 40,000 plus members at the overseas location, including more than 4,000 members in the North America, including all our the different cities. And when we have such a large number of colleagues available who are at the helm of affairs in the one or the other organization, they are the decision makers, they are the key contributor in the success of the various organizations. I'm aware number of companies, including our recently the Harvard University, the Dean, the Tar Saab got the distinguished the the civilian award in the country as well. So we have a long list of our colleagues who are at the helm of affairs, and they are contributing to the success of the various institution at the USA and the other foreign jurisdiction. When we are forming this chapter, I just wish to share to the guest of honor, Senator Sir, that when we are forming this chapter, it is have a goal that not only we are trying to see to have the synergies of the relationship between the various members who are at the particular jurisdiction, that when they will sit together, join together, they will have the different kind of a thought process. There will be a lot of discussions which will help the society, which will help the entire the mankind. But also, there are the opportunities when these chapters are interacting with the local regulators and the other jurisdictions, so that there can be a leverage, there can be some kind of a relationship between the regulator and how best we can contribute. I can tell you, sir, that when we have these chapters are there in the system, they are also contributing in the better bilateral relationship between the two countries, two jurisdiction. When we are talking about the Washington DC, is the India-US relationship. May it be in a terms of the bilateral trade we are talking about, or acting as a thought leader when we are looking for the inculcating the best practices which can support the mankind. I just give you an example that our chartered accountants who are undergoing with a 3-year rigorous training, and I used to say that the most difficult exam they crack because of the rigorousness and the toughness of the examination, they are actually the best personality to perform in any conditions, may it be the COVID pandemic or otherwise, but they have a very fighting spirit and never say die that, okay, let us contribute to the best of our capabilities. And that's why they are being recognized at each and every level of each and every jurisdiction to their best of their capacities. Now, when we are talking about the more and more bilateral relationships are getting facilitated by our professional colleagues who are at the helm of affairs, there are the different benchmarking of the practices, the different standards, say for example, the accounting standards or the auditing standards. Since they have that kind of a rigorous training available with them, they are aware and they are master of those subjects and the best practices, which they inculcate in every jurisdiction, which not only pave the way to protect the interest of the common man, but also they work as a catalyst for the growth trajectory of the various organizations wherever they are working. Even I can tell you that our chair of this Washington DC chapter is working in at the World Bank. The other colleagues are there, may it be like Ravi Ji or Devi Prasad Ji, everybody. So they are at the helm of affairs and the different organizations, and they proven that the chartered accountants are the best contributor in the one or the other jurisdiction. At the same time, as I mentioned you, that when we have the different practices, so to inculcate the best practices from one jurisdiction to another jurisdiction, I believe that chartered accountants can play a very, very important role into that particular direction. As far as the Gokulji and other team members are concerned, there will be a challenge because you are just converted the representative office into the chapter, and I believe that there will be a number of challenges before each of you. And the ICAI, the head office, the leadership is available for just a call away to support you all in your endeavors. I will just request you, or I will say, convey my some suggestion to you, that let us see that how the Washington DC chapter can have the more and more members coming into the main fold of the chapter. There will be more and more networking meets you can organize, and even you can request the guest of honor like the Senator James and Rosenep and other colleagues to participate in that event. Even you can organize some specialized training programs which will facilitate the better relationship between the two, bilateral relationship between the two jurisdictions. For example, the new emerging areas of blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, data analytics are in the high demand, when the professionals at the two jurisdictions need to understand them, need to master them, so that they can also remain relevant and they can contribute in this success. Likewise, there are a number of traditional topics which the ICAI is offering through the digital platform, the learning management system which is being launched, and likewise the best practices. So I believe that when we talk about the more and more bilateral relationship between the two jurisdictions, the inculcating the best practices, inculcating the best disclosure standards and the assurance standards, and the new and emerging areas of the opportunities. I believe that the Washington DC chapter will be a very, very important catalyst into that particular direction. The presence of the senator, presence of CA Mahavir Singhvi, and I am aware that the address of the honorable chief guest is available to you, and I believe that will set the tone, will give a lot of new wisdom to our colleagues who are participating in this particular program. And I believe that there will be a lot of key takeaways into this entire discussion. My best wishes to CA Gokul Das ji and his entire team for this 39th chapter of the ICAI. Once again, thanks to Mahavir Bhai for giving all the supports all the times into that particular direction, and the Ministry of External Affairs. And I believe that together we will be able to work for this Atam Nirbhar vis-a-vis the 5 trillion target of our economy. My best wishes to you, and thanks to the Senator for sparing his valuable time to join us in spite of the reschedule the time, because I was traveling from one place to another place, just entered in the one location and immediately logged in to say hello to all of you and congratulate you. So anything, I'm available. This particular session will continue. I'm there in the system itself. So anytime you feel that I should be intervening or I should be contributing, so you please let me know. Thank you very much. And once again, and my the best wishes is there from the Vice President ICAI also. Very soon he will be the President of the ICAI, and I believe that both the teams will work together to achieve the new laurel for the profession as well as for both the jurisdictions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gupta ji, for your kind message. We are making a note of some of the highlights where you spoke about the synergies that can be achieved among the professionals from both the countries, sharing of ideas, and giving rise to mutually beneficial relationships, and also in terms of the focus on new technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, data analytics, and we as chartered accountants serving as catalysts for growth for both the economies. And we are also grateful for your vision to expand ICAI's global footprint across the globe, and it's a commendable achievement. And without your support, all this would not have been possible. Thank you so much. Next, it's my pleasure to invite Sri Mahavir Singhvi ji, Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Sri Singhvi ji represented India in several international forums during his assignments in the diplomatic service, and is one of the most qualified bureaucrats serving the Government of India at present. Having been educated in the University of Oxford, IIM Ahmedabad, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie, and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So I request Mahavir Singhvi ji to say a few words to our community.
Thank you. Thank you, CA Devi Prasad ji, Ambassador of India, His Excellency Sri Taranjit Sandhu sir, and my senior in Indian Foreign Service, Maryland State Senator Mr. James Ross Pepe, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Mr. Atul Gupta, guest speakers, Mr. Ravi Mittal and Mr. Subhata Bandyopadhyay, and office bearers of Washington DC chapter, Mr. Gokul Das Pai and Kalpesh Desai, and others. At the outset, let me thank you for inviting me for this important function. And let me also congratulate you for organizing this event to mark the inauguration of the Washington DC chapter. This is truly an important milestone in the journey of ICAI. With the ICAI now has 39 overseas chapters and almost equal number of representative offices all around the world. I think more than 70 cities of the world. ICAI has set a target of, having its presence in more than 100 cities, perhaps by next year or so. And the speed with which the global presence of ICAI is growing, it seems that target is not far behind. For this, the visionary leadership of Atul Gupta, who is the president of the Institute, must be complimented. So my compliments to Mr. Gupta, and he has already, in fact, spelled out his vision and his expectations from various chapters. And I think with his leadership and with its support in future, I think all the chapters would grow further. India and US has very close bilateral relations in all the sectors, including people-to-people connect, and a large number of Indian diaspora is there. You are one of the, I think, important part of the Indian diaspora, occupying various important positions in the industry and corporate sectors and in public life. And I believe that with opening of this chapter there, our relationship with the United States would, particularly in the field of professionals like you, would certainly grow further. So this is an important milestone in that direction. Today, ICAI has more than 50,000 members abroad, and overall there are about more than 350,000 members all over the world, including in India. It is important to bring them together and link them with each other and synergize their collective strength together, not only for the profession, but for the country as a whole. Most of the CAs abroad are in very good positions. As I said, they occupy leadership positions in various corporates and other walks of life. They can contribute immensely in nation's progress and growth. I recall what President Abdul Kalam once said, that chartered accountants have a very important role in nation building. And Prime Minister also said that chartered accountants are like ambassadors of the economy. And CAs, I think, therefore, chartered accountants, I think, therefore, has a lot to contribute in a country's growth trajectory. The last 1 year, as you all know, has been kind of an extraordinary year in the sense that it has seen the kind of turmoil which was never seen before due to COVID-19 pandemic. There has been huge disruptions in businesses, economies, and in even individual lives. Growth trajectory of the economies around the world got a big hit and big jolt. India also faced troubles and is looking for a speedy recovery. I believe that the Indian chartered accountants who are residing and working abroad has an important role to play in this endeavor. You can help in bringing investment in India, in facilitating mergers and acquisitions, and bringing new technologies and processes into India. You can create a positive outlook and image for India, and particularly in the context of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Our budget recently has been a very, very positive budget in this direction, and has laid a very strong foundation for the strong economic recovery and growth of India, and in the direction of making India a $5 trillion economy in the time to come. We would be happy to see you contributing in this endeavor. Ministry of External Affairs has recognized all ICAI members, as you know, at par with the other industry organizations like CII and FICCI. This means that you will be having similar benefits which are available to these apex industry organizations in terms of consular facilitations, attestation of documents, visas, and so on. We would be happy to see you working with our embassies and consulates abroad to promote Brand India. I'm sure you would contribute in our shared goals of seeing our country grow and become strong. I think time is short, and with this I would like to conclude. Thank you once again for inviting me, and congratulations once again for this important milestone in the Institute's history and opening of the chapters office there and inauguration of chapters in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CA Mahavir Singh Viji, for your kind message. We noted very valuable points from your message, where CS can play an important role in these unprecedented times of turmoil and help bring investments and new technology to help achieve the Atmanirbhar Bharat goal of a $5 trillion economy. And thank you so much for being with us today. Our next speaker is from Maryland. we, the members of ICAI Washington, D.C., are grateful to host Maryland State Senator Jim Rosenep. Senator Rosenep was the U.S. ambassador to Romania under President Clinton and subsequently worked closely with the then Vice President Biden in America's efforts to bring peace and democracy to the Balkans. In the Maryland Senate, he is an environmentalist and education champion, Vice Chair of the Budget and Tax Committee, and serves on the Legislature COVID-19 Response Oversight Working Group. Senator Rosenep, we request you to say a few words to our community on this memorable occasion.
Thank you very, very much. Your Excellency Ambassador Sandhu, distinguished members of the Management Committee of the new chapter and all the members of the chapter. It really is an honor to be with you today, and I appreciate my friend Kalpesh Desi inviting me to be with you. I have a few things in common with you, not as many as you have with each other, but I'll bet you a lot of people on this call are immigrants to the United States, and I am too. I was born in Italy. I came here as an infant, but retained strong ties to family and culture with the country that my parents came from. Secondly, in addition to being the vice chair of the Budget and Finance Committee in the Senate, in my day job, because we're part-time legislators, I'm in the finance business. So I'm not an accountant, but I'm a consumer of accounting services. And so I have great respect for what all of you do. And I think in recent months, particularly with the COVID crisis, I know quite a number of business people I know who didn't take their accountants as seriously as they have in the last 8 or 9 months in terms of understanding their businesses, in terms of dealing with things like the Paycheck Protection Program. So I think there's a new appreciation by very many people of the important role that you all play in our market economy and India's market economy, as well as in government for those of you who are working in government. There's no way to have an economic system without what chartered accountants do. And all of you are the beneficiaries of just fabulous education. And America is frankly very lucky that so many of you have taken your skills, your education, and brought them to the United States and worked with all kinds of people in the United States to make our country and our economy stronger, as well as to strengthen the relationships between India and the United States. I mean, you've heard this a million times, but it can never be said too much. We're the world's 2 biggest democracies. And that's a big deal today. We had a few problems with that this year in the United States, as some of you know, and there's problems in other countries too. And so keeping that commitment to democracy in the world, we've mentioned that in the introduction that I've worked with now President Biden, and you probably saw this week, he gave his first major foreign policy speech was focused on democracy. And I think that's not an accident. And I think that bodes very, very well over the next few years for the relationship between the United States and India. I look forward to working with you. You're a key aspect of our economy in the Baltimore-Washington area and the Northern Virginia. I gather you're Pennsylvania as well. I didn't really understand that. That's great. I'm happy to help you in any way I can. I look forward to keeping in touch. Congratulations on this inaugural meeting. I'm sure it's going to be a great liftoff. And I hope to be with you on other occasions and helping the chapter, but also help any of you individually if I can be of help. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Senator Rosenep, for gracing this occasion and supporting accounting professionals and the Indian community in the United States. We are taking note of some of the key messages that you just spoke about. One, retaining strong ties with our roots, which a lot of us do definitely are strongly believe in. And also very important points with regard to how accountants can play a very important role in strengthening the local economies, and also how the chartered accountants here can help strengthen India-US relationships. Thank you. Thank you, Senator Rosenep.
My pleasure.
So our next speaker is one of the most experienced Indian diplomats on US affairs, having served in the Indian mission in Washington, D.C. twice earlier. It's my privilege to introduce the Indian Ambassador to the United States, Sri Taranjit Singh Sandhu ji, Indian Foreign Service. Ambassador Sandhu was Deputy Chief of Mission at the Indian Embassy in Washington, D.C. from July 2013 to January 2017. Earlier, he was First Secretary Political at the Embassy of India, Washington, D.C., responsible for liaison with the United States Congress from 1997 to 2000. He has also been at the Permanent Mission of India to United Nations, New York, from July 2005 to February 2009. In a distinguished career spanning over 30 years in the Indian Foreign Service since 1988, Ambassador Sandhu has previously served as High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka, Consul General of India in Frankfurt, Joint Secretary, United Nations, Head of Political and Administration Wings in Indian Embassy in Kiev, and many other key positions in the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Due to his busy schedule, Ambassador Sandhu could not join us live today, but has kindly sent us his pre-recorded message, which we will play for you.
Leadership and members of ICAI, Honorable Maryland State Senator, friends, I am delighted with the launch of the Washington, D.C. chapter of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I believe that this would be ICAI's 40th overseas chapter and 6th in the United States. This is a commendable achievement. I am also happy to see the range of activities being organized by the various chapters and representative offices in the United States. Keep the momentum going. Friends, diplomats and CAs have few things in common. One, both are highly specialized professions. Two, both require an eye for detail. Three, both demand rigor and huge amount of hard work. Last but not the least, both are engines that ensure growth and stability of the respective organization or the country at large. So though we are different, we share a lot in common. I understand that there are over 300,000 chartered accountants in India. This constitutes about 10% of the total workforce of all chartered accountants in the world. This is a significant number. I am told there is a sizable number of Indian chartered accountants based in the United States too. Indian professionals have made their mark in every discipline in the United States and have been a source of strength for India-US relations. Their skills have contributed immensely to the growth of the US economy. They are also an important bridge between our two nations. As Ambassador of India to the US, I would like to underline that the people in both countries are at the heart of this relationship. As you are aware, there is a new administration in the United States led by President Biden and Vice President Harris. People ask me these days, what are our priorities in partnering with the new administration? I tell them about 5 main baskets: healthcare, digital and IT, education, climate change, in addition to strategic areas, of course. These are also broadly the areas touched upon by Prime Minister in his congratulatory call with the President on 17th November. Your expertise and experience can be critical in strengthening our 2 main baskets, digital and technology, as well as education and knowledge partnerships. I am glad ICAI has made pioneering efforts in digitization, including the recent launch of DigiLocker for members and students. I would also encourage ICAI Washington, D.C. chapter to have close coordination with the International Federation of Accountants and other global entities which are based in the United States. It would also be useful to have knowledge partnerships with key academic and professional organizations in the US. You can also share your insights gained from working overseas with your colleagues in India. Feel free to share your ideas with us too to make India-US partnership stronger and deeper. Friends, 2020 has been a tough year for the world. Fortunately, in 2021, we see hope with the vaccines. The whole of humanity is looking at coming out of the pandemic and getting the economies back on track soon as possible. In achieving both these objectives, India-US relations will play a key role. This would be important not just for our two countries, but for the world as a whole. Your competence in accounting, assurance, taxation, finance, and business advisory services will be important assets in expediting economic recovery in both our countries, as well as in accelerating global growth trajectory. I once again congratulate the founding team of ICAI Washington DC chapter for their efforts. We at the embassy and the consulates would be happy to support you in whatever way we can. Let there be more such good beginnings. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Sandhu, for your kind message, recognizing the contributions of Indian Chartered Accountants and highlighting the role CAs play in Indo-US relations, acting as an important bridge between our two nations. CAs, as kindly recognized by Ambassador Sandhu, can indeed play an important role in key sectors such as digital and IT and education and knowledge partnerships, among the various other sectors identified by the leadership of both our nations. Ambassador Sandhu, we also take note of your messages encouraging the Washington DC chapter and Indian CAs to help forge and nurture relationships with professional and academic institutions in the US and share knowledge and ideas with various stakeholders in the India-US partnership. Thank you very much again, Ambassador Sandhu, for gracing this occasion along with other esteemed dignitaries. Now I request my co-host Pratyusha to conduct the proceedings further.
Thank you, Devi. With the well wishes from our special guests and our community, we inaugurate the DC chapter now. We also have a personal message from my mentor, Vishwanath Srinivasan, Head of Financial Control, Product Control and Tax, Asia Pacific at Barclays.
I'm a member of ICAI. I currently live in Singapore and have been involved in the past in setting up of the Singapore chapter as well. I'm incredibly excited to know that we are looking to expand our footprint in the US by setting up a new chapter in Washington, DC. I want to heartily congratulate all the members and wish them all the very best for them to expand, grow, and achieve some great things in the future.
Greetings from ICAI Singapore chapter. On this day, we congratulate Washington DC chapter and best wishes to all its endeavors. We thank our ICAI leadership and team. We as the brand ambassadors of ICAI continue our efforts. Thank you.
Everyone, On behalf of Kuwait chapter, I extend our heartiest congratulations to Washington DC chapter for its inaugural ceremony. We look forward to collaborating with you for events in days to come, and all the best to you. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Hi, Namaste. Greetings from Muscat, Oman. It gives me great pleasure and honor and privilege to be a part of this inauguration of Washington DC chapter of ICAI. On behalf of the Muscat chapter ICAI, congratulations to Washington DC chapter on your launch. It is a new milestone of ICAI going global under the dynamic leadership of CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, President of ICAI. Congratulations to all new MC teams of Washington DC chapter. We at Muscat chapter ICAI hope to work with you together in future for professional development of our members. All the best. Signing off, CA Ramananda Prabhu, Chairman Muscat chapter.
Good morning, everyone. I congratulate at the outset the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India on their continued expansion in the United States. I represent the Young Indians Delhi chapter of CII. CII is an industry-led and industry-managed organization playing a proactive role in India's development since 1895. CII opened its North American headquarters in Washington, D.C. in 1995 and has represented the interests of the Indian industry in strengthening the India-US and India-Canada economic partnership ever since through business engagements, delegations, conferences, roundtables, education, outreach to our stakeholders through policy input and research. We also support the Government of India through collaborations with the Embassy and regional consulates on the initiatives to further Make in India or Incredible India, facilitating access to potential investors for visiting cabinet or state-level ministers. CII raises policy issues to the highest rungs of government and works to support a beneficial business ecosystem for all Indian companies operating here, as well as addressing the larger key issues in the India-US and India-Canada bilateral partnership as a whole. The vocation of Chartered Accountants reflects our values of integrity and accountability, preventing corruption and building trust, and serving as a knowledge base for expertise in legal matters affecting business. It is in this spirit of facilitation and collaboration that we often work with partner organizations like the ICAI. Our institutional partnerships have been indispensable as many of our members companies look to blaze new trails via startup incubators and accelerators and other and often high-tech collaborations in AI, blockchain, medical devices, etc. in the Silicon Valley and around the world. We are delighted to collaborate and support your continued success and expansion in the US. I hope that in the future also CII and ICAI will continue to collaborate and work together for mutually beneficial projects and programs. Once again, I congratulate ICAI for their new venture in DC. Thank you very much.
It's fantastic to receive the warm wishes and encouraging words from across the globe. Now I invite my dear friend and colleague, the first and founding ICAI DC chapter chairman, CA Gokuldas Pai, to address the audience.
Thanks, Pratyusha. It is a great moment today to have our Washington DC chapter inaugurated. I would like to thank Ambassador of India to US, His Excellency Taranjit Singh Sandhu, and Honorable Senator James Rosenep for taking your time and being part of our celebration today. This will surely be a motivation for our chapter's members to reach newer heights. Many thanks to CA Mahavir Singhvi ji, who has always been supportive of all ICAI's initiatives. We would not have been here today without the visionary leadership of our President CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji and Vice President CA Nihar Jambusaria ji, who have made serious efforts to spread ICAI's wings internationally. Our constant mentor and guide have also been ICAI's International Affairs Head, Mr. Mudit Vasishta and his team, Mr. Shiv Gupta, and San Francisco chapter, where Mr. Vish Arunachalam and his team have always been available to advise us on various issues. I also take this opportunity to wish San Francisco chapter for winning the Best Chapter Overseas Award for 2020, and also other chapters who have won various awards for this. As a Washington DC chapter, we began our journey in July 2020 with 5 members when we were recognized as a representative office. Today, we are a strong community of 100+ chartered accountants in DC metro area with a very good diversity of members occupying very senior positions in corporate America, several entrepreneurs, as well as young chartered accountants who have moved to the United States to realize their dreams. This diversity in knowledge, skills, and experience will bring different perspectives to the table. And together we are joining 3,000 plus chartered accountants across the United States to build a very strong community of knowledge professionals. While Washington, D.C. chapter will have its unique positioning, we are already closely connected with other chapters and ROs in the United States towards building an ICAI USA to work together with ICAI headquarters and other chapters. Over the years, ICAI members in the United States have contributed a lot towards US economy by occupying key positions in several corporations, being key influencers in policy decisions, creating jobs, and being practicing CPAs, providing professional quality services to individuals and the business community. As a chapter, our vision is to promote ICAI brand globally, promote our members, provide networking opportunities, and work with academia, as well as corporates and trade bodies, as chartered accountants can bring a lot of value to the table. We at Washington, D.C. chapter are very serious about this endeavor and would like to engage with various stakeholders to take this forward. In this regard, and to kickstart our mission on the day of inauguration, we have invited several speakers who will talk more about this in next sessions. I want to thank Mr. Ravi Mittal, Chair of University of Maryland College of Business Administration, who has joined us today. And academia is one area we will be focusing on as a chapter to provide opportunities for new chartered accountants coming to the United States, as well as experienced members to engage in a productive way, and also to have the ongoing discussions on reciprocity. Additionally, we have CA Saugata Bandopadhyay, Director and Board of Chairman of CRDB Bank, who will talk about promoting ICAI in industry, and CA Praveen Jain, who has decades of experience as a practicing CPA in DC metro area. Additionally, we are also interested to engage more closely with other international chapters. As our President CA Atul Gupta ji said in one of his recent videos, as territories dissolve, the world becomes smaller, opportunities multiply, and success expands. Post-COVID and in the virtual world we are living in, we are more connected with each other than ever before. So it is important that all international chapters work very closely, collaborate, and work together. Our chapter's very senior member, CA Kalpesh Desai ji, is our Chairman External Affairs, who will talk more about this in next sessions. Finally, as a group of very experienced knowledge professionals, we would like to spread this knowledge across. We are living in a world which is very fast evolving in terms of technological revolution, and accounting profession is not immune to these changes. So it is important that ICAI should be in forefront of this revolution and think ahead of time, and our chapter 2 would work on this in coming months. Additionally, majority of members in international chapters have graduated also from several top universities, including Ivy Leagues, have PhDs, and have membership from several international accounting and professional bodies. So we would like to work closely with Board of Studies in different capacities so that our younger generation of chartered accountants emerge as world-class leaders. India is uniquely positioned today with a very young group of population, and we are ready to invest our time and energy in building our future chartered accountants. I would like to end here with the note that today is the beginning when we are opening the gates of unlimited opportunities to do a lot of things together. Many thanks to all the members of DC chapter, and together we can build a very strong group of accounting professionals who are going to create a positive impact in whichever area of our work. Thank you.
Thank you, Gokul, for sharing the vision and mission of our chapter. Now I invite the Chair, Department of Business Administration, University of Maryland Global Campus, Ravi Mittal ji, to talk to us about the educational opportunities for CAs in the DC metro area.
Thank you, Pratyusha. With your permission, I will share my screen.
Yes. Devi, can you please take it over?
Are you able to see my screen, my PowerPoint?
Yes, Raviji.
Thank you. So thank you, Pratyusha, for your kind introduction. It is an honor and privilege for me to join you for the inauguration of the Washington, D.C. chapter of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I wish to take this opportunity to briefly introduce you to the university where I work and discuss opportunities for interaction and even a partnership between our academic programs and your institute. A little known fact about the University of Maryland Global Campus, or UMGC, is that it is one of the largest public universities in the United States in terms of the total number of students enrolled. We are one of the 12 public universities that belong to the university system of Maryland. So what makes us special? We are a global university that is tailored to working adults. We offer a large majority of our programs in the online environment to more than 90,000 students across the United States and in 27 countries. So we are truly global. Some interesting facts about UMGC that will tell you why we are unique. The average age of undergraduate students is 31. So we are not the typical college that you expect somebody to attend after finishing high school. More than 80% of UMGC students work full-time or part-time. Nearly half of our students are parents, which means that they are juggling their responsibilities at work and at home, along with their education. And finally, we are really proud of the fact that more than 60% of our worldwide student population are military affiliated, which means that they are either active duty or they are military personnel who are now retiring and transitioning to a civilian career. So as accounting and finance professionals from India who are either pursuing careers or operating businesses in the US, I feel that universities like UMGC have many educational opportunities that you should be aware of. All of you have credentials which are widely recognized as equivalent to, or some would say, even superior to a master's degree. So why would you want additional qualifications? Or why would additional qualifications be useful? Well, an advanced degree in business is appealing because it is one of the most flexible academic programs available. More importantly, as a graduate student in business, you have an opportunity to develop your soft skills, such as leadership, strategic thinking, dealing with complexity and ambiguity, balancing opposing views, teamwork, collaboration, and most importantly, cultural sensitivity. So at UMGC, as a graduate student, you will be able to network significantly with your fellow students who come from a wide diversity of business backgrounds. All our faculty are PhDs with senior positions in industry. They are scholar practitioners. We also have a very well-known career services office, which will help you connect with employers while you are a student and also after you become an alumnus of UMGC. So as you can see, there are a wide variety of opportunities ranging from the MBA to the Master of Science in various management specializations to a Doctor of Business Administration program, all 100% online. I believe that opportunities for interaction between the Institute's members and UMGC's School of Business are far greater than simply enrolling you in a degree program. We periodically invite professionals from industry to deliver presentations and webinars to our faculty and students on topics of mutual interest. We have ongoing events such as the MBA webinar series and the doctoral program residency, where professionals with expertise, such as those in the audience today, would be welcome to share their knowledge and experience with our faculty and especially with our students. For those of you who are interested, I am willing to discuss your participation in our industry advisory board that meets once or twice a year to provide input on the future direction of our academic programs. You have a number of such opportunities. We have academic program reviews every 5 years for all our academic programs. And we invite industry professionals as site visitors who come in, spend time with us for 2 days, and give us professional advice, their professional expertise on how the programs can be configured to better address the changing needs of industry and industry professionals. And of course, you are always welcome to recruit our graduates in the organizations where you have positions of responsibility or offer career advice. So you can see that there are many avenues for us to continue the conversation. I welcome your thoughts and ideas. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. Congratulations and best wishes on the establishment of the DC chapter of ICAI. Once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in today's event.
Thank you, Mr. Mittal, for sharing your valuable information on various educational and extramural opportunities with UMGC School of Business. Looks like we have a lot to associate and discuss further. So we'll look forward to associating with UM schools. Now I'd like to invite the chairman of CRDB Bank Burundi, Saugata Bandopadhyay, who is focused on promoting ICAI in American industries, to say a few words.
Thank you, Sir Pratyusha. Good afternoon, Honorable Indian Ambassador to USA, Honorable Senator, Maryland State, Honorable President and Vice President of ICAI, other dignitaries present, and my fellow members of Washington, D.C. chapter, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a top executive level banking and investment professional with over 25 years of experience with leading banking groups, SBI, ICICI, Citi, Deutsche Post, and CRDB across 4 continents. Always endeavored to open up scope for budding CA wherever I worked, as I strongly believe that a chartered accountant from ICAI is an asset to any organization across the world. In this context, it's my privilege to speak on the topic promoting ICAI in industry in the United States. I would like to thank the present leaders of ICAI to commence this initiative in USA. This was a long-felt need, but as adage goes, better late than never. To get attention of industries in USA, I believe, first and foremost is to establish a professional degree in academia. At least it needs to be recognized by universities in USA, equivalent to 150 hours of credit. We need to lobby with AICPA to consider the CA qualification as sufficient professional qualifications to appear for CPA exams. And we can also lobby for reciprocity, but I know it's a long shot. Keeping in mind that in USA, we are competing with many other world-class financial qualifications at the industry level, we need to establish Indian CA as a very rigorous professional certifications from India. While reaching out to the industry, we need to highlight the basic elements of a CA as a professional who is intelligent, disciplined, ethical, with financial acumen and expertise on M&A, valuation, assurance, and international taxations, and above all, digital savviness. In order to expose the industry, we can call on the industry stalwart to appear on brief power talk on respective industry. We need to network with US-based Indian companies to make them aware that a pool of Indian CAs is available in USA to consider in the recruitment drive, or to consider US-based CPA firms run by Indian CA for their assurance and taxation works, since these firms can provide better value additions. At the second level, we need to reach out to banking, finance, insurance, investments, and asset management firms, international consulting and rating firms, capital market firms to consider US-based CAs. We can organize talent talks and calls on the CFO or VPHRs to make presentations on the US operations and talent requirement. In this regard, I would suggest that the chapter can also open up job portal and CPA farm portal in order to engage the industry and society at large to benefit members in USA. We need to work closely with Embassy of India, especially the commercial wing, for involving the chapter in all business delegations and meetings. We can become member with the Indian Chambers of Commerce in Washington, D.C., and also with other local business chambers. Chapter can play a modal role to create advisory platform for Indian-focused activities through partnerships like helping local businesses, say in the area of export to and import from India. Knowledge process outsourcing is another major area where US industries are already working but keen to expand more, and chapter can facilitate with Indian CA firms engaged in the process along with ICAI and chambers. International organizations are key in Washington, D.C., United Nations, World Bank Group, international NGOs, where the talent of CA is very much required. And we need to reach out to these organizations with the chapter news and activities. Our professional institute is known by its research and publication work. To establish ICAI as a brand in the industry, we need to publish periodically, especially on the linkages between Indian US GAAP and INDS, and also to use ICAI web library to promote internationally relevant materials. I would also suggest that we can try to establish USA relevant webinar courses, which could be recognized by NASBA for CPE, which is another way of penetrating network of financial professionals. Let me stop here, as there are limitless opportunities for the chapter to work with the industry. I have just scratched the surface. We need to have the focus to identify the low-hanging fruits and start from there. Given the fact that we are in Washington, D.C., the capital city of USA, we have an excellent opportunity. And with a strong local chapter, I'm sure we shall be able to establish ICAI brand in USA, along with other chapters and support from ICAI. If you work hard and in cohesion with each others, with this high hope, I congratulate all of us assembled online today for a brighter future of our profession in USA. Thank you for listening. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Saugataji, for throwing further light on your message and also mentioning about the different portals and forums that we could use to promote our community to deepen our roots. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Now I invite CPA Praveen Jainji, our Vice Chairman, to talk about CPA practice in the DC metro area and the role ICAI members play.
Thank you, Pratyusha. Good afternoon and good evening. Honorable Ambassador Mr. Sandhu, Maryland Senator Rosenep, Joint Secretary Mr. Singhvi, President ICAI Mr. Gupta, and Vice President ICAI Mr. Jambusaria, distinguished guest and my fellow chartered accountants. The opening of an ICAI chapter in the DC area will provide a wonderful platform for chartered accountants and certified public accountants to connect. A mutual effort from all of us in organizing seminars, social functions, etc. will help in creating connections with professionals in the area. The collective knowledge pool will not only serve to benefit each member involved, but it will also benefit the entire community as a whole. This platform will also provide an opportunity to connect with the accounting boards and associations in the nearby areas such as the DC, Maryland, and Virginia Board of Accountants and CPA member associations. The DC area is an economically prosperous region and has one of the highest median household income in the United States. As the nation's capital, this area attracts a lot of high-paying and white-collar jobs in the field of law, policy, and regulation, which tend to be relatively stable and lucrative. For the entrepreneurial ICAI members, there is no dearth of opportunity in this region. If you choose to practice, there are various factors that will work in your favor and contribute to your success. Our profession allows us to be represented in the intersection of the two great economies of the US and the India. Trade between the US and India is only expected to increase and brings with a greater need of knowledge of cross-border regulations. Furthermore, there is an ongoing lack of accounting professional in the United States. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountant estimates that 75% of the current CPAs will retire in the next 15 years, and fewer younger people are entering the profession. The chartered accountants may choose to acquire or invest in CPA firms founded by the retiring baby boomer generations. With this increasing demand of professional services and the decreasing talent pool available to provide these services, there is a huge opportunity for entrepreneurial chartered accountants to fill this gap. And don't let the geography limit your possibilities. Due to the rapid adoption of technology, especially due to the COVID in this past year, operating a virtual practice has become earlier than ever. I have been able to build strong client connection despite practicing virtually for more than 10 years. A chartered accountant, CPA, can become an expert in any number of niche areas such as audit, taxation, IRS representations, international taxation, FEMA RBI compliances from India side, adopting treaty-based positions, valuations, etc. One can even build their entire practice on advisory services and the consult on the formation and structuring of business entities. The qualities of hard work, dedication, and the resilience that one invariably learns as an aspiring CA candidate are the same quality required to become a successful practicing CPA. My experience of being in practice has only confirmed the belief in the tremendous opportunity that await CA professionals in the United States and especially in the national capital region. With all the initiative that ICAI is taking by opening various chapters and registered representative offices in the US, we will surely see a branch of Indian chartered accountant firms open its door in the national capital region soon. Lastly, I would like to thank to the ICAI DC chapter executive team for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my thoughts on the current and future opportunities. We are here to give our constant support to the ICAI and greatly appreciate and acknowledge them for the steps they have taken. Thank you, everyone, and Pratyusha.
Thank you, Praveenji, for enlightening us with the possibilities. Our ICAI chapter members have been kind and have sent us video messages welcoming everyone to the community. Here are their messages.
Hi friends, my name is Abhishek Agrawal. I'm a chartered accountant from 2004 batch with All India rank in CA Inter and Final. I am truly grateful to see a profession to lay such a strong foundation, which allowed me to lead teams in various global corporations like Mphasis, Infosys, and CSC for last 15 years in various roles across finance, strategy, and multiple business functions. Due to dynamic exposure and holistic approach, I believe chartered accountants are so well poised to play a critical role in growing economy and multiple global corporations, much beyond the role of traditional accounting and taxation. Very pleased to see the work that Institute is doing in that regard already. I am very happy to be part of the founding team of the Washington DC chapter, and best wishes to all the chapters across the country to take the profession to the newer heights. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Thank you ICAI to connect all of us, the professional colleagues and the proud member here in USA, and bring us under a roof as in chapter or regional office. I, Ankita Erin, ICAI member since 2010, moved to Washington DC a few months back and came to know about this great initiative. I can already feel this platform will help members like me who are looking for a job or thinking of pursuing a certification like CPA. In this era of networking, the local CA community will support mutual professional development, career advancement, and social interaction. At last, I would like to congratulate all the founding members for their great effort in making this happen. Namaste and best wishes.
Hi, my name is Kannan Srinivasan and I'm a chartered accountant originally from Chennai. I've lived in the Washington DC metro area for about 30 years now. I did my master's in accounting and I've stayed in the private sector since, working in the retail and the insurance industry. I'm also very passionate about politics and public service. I'm active in Virginia politics and also national politics, and I ran for public office in Virginia in 2019. I'm very excited to hear about the formation of the ICAI chapter in Washington, DC. It's a great initiative, and I think it will be a wonderful platform to bring fellow chartered accountants together, build our brand, and also interact with private sector and the government sector here in DC. Back in the late 1990s, I did some legwork on reciprocity, and I would really love to get involved in those kind of initiatives, and also in any other initiative that will bring our professionals together. Thanks to all the volunteers. Stay safe out there, and I look forward to staying in touch with every one of you. Thank you.
Namaste, fellow CAs. I'm Kosha. I'm really privileged to be working with an international INGO that works around the world to improve the life of people as a CFO. I'm so excited with this DC chapter, and I really look forward through this chapter to connect with my colleagues, not only in the US, but around the world. All the best.
My name is Padma Shinde, and I live in Maryland, USA. I'm a graduate from Mumbai University and a cost and chartered accountant from the Western India region. I came to United States for pursuing my MBA. In addition, I passed the CPA exams. I am a financial professional and had held multiple senior management roles, United States, India, and UAE. Currently, I am the CFO of Business Integra, an IT consulting company supporting the federal and NASA projects. Thank you.
Parag Shishwala from Ashburn, Virginia. I'm chartered accountant from 1993 batch. I've also done my cost and works accountant, as well as I've done my master's in finance from UK. I'm currently a practice director at Cardo International Development, which focuses on international development on projects which are funded by all the international agencies. I'm very excited about this DC chapter. I look forward to working together collectively with all the members in terms of helping each other, in terms of knowledge sharing and information. Thank you, good luck, and Jai Hind.
Hello everyone, my name is Pinal Parekh. I'm originally from Mumbai and now live in Maryland. I became chartered accountant in 1999 and I currently work as a CFO of a private equity firm in Washington, DC. I'm extremely thrilled for inauguration of the DC chapter of the Institute, and I look forward to meeting all of you in person, hopefully soon. Thank you.
My name is Salesh Gupta. I'm a CA from 85 batch from New Delhi, and I'm also a CPA here in US. I'm privileged to be part of the opening of CA chapter in Washington, DC. I would like to contribute here by promoting CAs as equivalent to CPAs in terms of high-level job opportunities within federal sector and financial sector. Thank you.
Namaskaram everyone. I'm Srinivas Gurajada, head of PEFA, a global initiative of 9 development partners on public financial management housed in the World Bank headquarters in Washington, D.C. The launch of ICAI DC chapter could not have come at a more appropriate time than this. As the world is looking forward to a silent recovery from the pandemic, public finances everywhere under tremendous pressure. Chartered accountants can play a pivotal role in building back better. We need to focus on supporting businesses recover faster and governments manage finances better. It's also important to focus on transparency and accountability, mitigating the risks of benefits from the fiscal measures of government being cornered by few rich and powerful. Members of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India enjoy highest level of credibility and respect globally. I'm confident that the ICAI DC chapter would contribute to global knowledge and expertise, not only for faster recovery of Indian economy, but for a more just, equitable and fairer post-COVID-19 world everywhere. Looking forward to be a part of this endeavor. Thank you and all the very best.
Hi, my name is Vijay Bhalaki and I am a co-founder at Athena Infonomics, an international development consulting firm. and I am honored and excited to be part of the Institute's DC chapter. And I am very, very bullish about all the various initiatives and collaborations that we could launch from the Institute's chapter here, given the location of being in the nation's capital and in a very buoyant regional economy. I think there is so much we can do to really advance the mission of the Institute and to leave a lasting impact on the global finance and accounting fraternity. I look forward to meeting you all and working with you in the months and years to come.
Hello everyone, I am CA Vijay Kumar Rathi. Opening of DC chapter will help all its members professionally and socially. Wish everyone all the best.
Hi, I am Vijay Tahiani, currently working as CFO of Ropro Industries, a manufacturing company based in USA. I am a chartered accountant from Jaipur, India. I passed my CA in 1988. Whoever I am now and whatever I have achieved in my life so far, all credit goes to those 3 years of training and what I studied for passing my CA examination. Due to the training, depth and contents of what we study to become CA, I was able to pass or get a diploma in computer application. I moved to USA in 1998 as an analyst in an ERP application. I passed my CPA in 2004. Due to the level of expertise that is required to become CA, I was able to pass my CPA examinations with 93% overall score in the first attempt while working full-time and without taking any vacation. I became CFO of the company which I joined as an analyst. I'm very pleased and happy that there is a chapter of ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in USA, that I am part of it. Thank you.
You're muted.
I'm sorry. I thank you all for taking time out to send in your kind message on this auspicious day. Now I have the immense pleasure of inviting our mentor, Kalpesh Desai-ji, Chairman, External Relations, to talk about the collaborations across the international chapters.
Good evening, everybody. Let me join with all my colleagues to acknowledge the virtual presence of our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Shri Taranjit Sandhu. Sir, we feel greatly honored to have had your consent to be our guide, philosopher, and friend. You're holding a very prestigious position on behalf of our government of India in USA, and hence we are very confident of being supported by your office in the growth of Washington, D.C. chapter, representing our fraternity in D.C. metro area. I also would like to take the honor of acknowledging the presence of my respectful and honorable friend, State Senator Mr. Rosenep, having readily agreed to join with no hesitation. His assurance to me be a supportive of any interrelated activity, growth, be it entrepreneurial or employment locally. Humbly acknowledging the presence of Joint Secretary Foreign Ministry Shri Mahavir Singh Viji, our honorable guest of this auspicious occasion, our respectful leaders of Institute Shri Atulji and Shri Niharji. My deep-hearted regards to Mr. Ravi Mittal. Lastly, to our own member speakers, Shri Saugatji and Ravinji, for excellent runover on the core subject. Here I have to narrate a story about my own experience in USA, which might be an encouragement to all members that will mark a dent in our goal to march towards mission of reciprocity. My story began in the country in 1997 when I decided to bring my family to USA and settle them in the country. Initially, I felt detached from our institute, wherein I was deeply involved as a member of Western India Regional Council, but the zeal was still inherent. And with that, I approached Board of Accountancy in State of Texas, who were initially insisting on passing CPA certification but I resisted and insisted that our CA profession is more profound and deeply accredited to be honored without fulfilling the board's requirement. I began communication between ICAI, WIRC, and board in Texas persistently. Let me say with a pride that such a persuasion rewarded me the certificate of practice in public accountancy in capacity as a CA as per the grandfather clause prevalent during that period. I then tried to knock the doors of AICPA when I moved here in Maryland, but was grossly unsuccessful as I was only sole fighting without any support to achieve this reciprocity recognition between two professional bodies. However, 20 years of our patience have paved the way to reactivate this movement not only in USA but globally. Under the able leadership of our President Shri Atulji, we have been able to lay foundations by forming various chapters around the world. It be our endeavor to carry on this torch henceforward with Shri Nihasji to fulfill our dream of being recognized for reciprocity as also to be the flagship profession globally. Briefing on our aspirations to achieve them as our goals and the purpose of it, we are envisaging to create larger networking platform of chapters globally to broadly discuss the areas of international taxation on reciprocity, producing global financial products for public, such as international tax manuals, mandate white papers, IFRS related material research, and research participation through team building globally, as well as the network with international industry leaders, corporate entrepreneurs, and managers in the areas like exchange programs, remote support, training, jointly sponsoring events on large scale with chapters regionally or internationally, assisting ICAI in bringing certain administrative activities, as mentioned earlier by our colleagues, in USA to facilitate local CAs and other student members, approaching various accredited universities like Mr. Ravi Mithal mentioned about, coordinating on various educational programs, educational tours, holding them here, inviting a lot of and seminars locally to invite various chapters all over the world to visit Washington, D.C. With this thoughts presented before you all, in a nutshell, I would sum up my speech, again expressing my sincere thanks to our respected guests and leaders of our institute who have inspired us so far. Jai Hind, we are proud of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpeshji, for sharing your story and motivating all of us, also highlighting the purpose of CAs and the role we are to play in the broader forums. Thank you again. I now invite Miloni Dhruv to provide the concluding remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am CA Miloni Dhruv, the Treasurer of ICAI Washington, D.C. chapter. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here and conclude the inauguration ceremony of the D.C. chapter. Our esteemed panelists, on behalf of the D.C. chapter, let me begin by thanking you all for an engaging dialogue. Your presence has been invaluable and without any doubt has helped make this event a great success. Honorable Ambassador Taranjit Singh Sandhu ji, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at the ICAI Washington, D.C. chapter for taking out the time to do this address. Your enthusiasm is contagious and has motivated us deeply to strengthen the India-US relationship by providing expertise to the two main baskets you mentioned, digital and technology, as well as education and knowledge partnerships. Honorable Senator James Rosenep, we are so honored by your presence here and thank you for the most stimulating address. We acknowledge and appreciate the respect you showed us and our culture and our profession. We look forward to continuing this relationship. Joint Secretary CA Mahavir Singhvi ji, thank you so much for gracing this occasion with your presence. You are a role model for all the aspiring CAs who want to get into the public service sector. Your commitment and dedication to our CA profession is commendable. ICAI President, Mr. Atul Kumar Gupta ji, we would be remiss if we did not thank you for your contributions. You have been instrumental in putting the CA profession on a global map. As you look back on your time with us, please know that none of the chapter's success would have been possible without you at the helm. We would also like to acknowledge our speakers, Mr. Ravi Mittal ji, for paving the way of a partnership between our chapter and the esteemed University of Maryland, and CA Saugata Bandyopadhyay ji for his invaluable contribution. We will surely pay heed to your advice on the DC chapter's growth opportunities. We hope that you continue sharing your wisdom with us and help our chapter grow. Our sincerest acknowledgement to the support, guidance, and contributions provided by our fellow chapters and their members, especially CA Vish Arunachalam ji from the ICAI San Francisco chapter. And to our members and friends, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you who have come here together to celebrate the inauguration of the ICAI DC chapter. It is so inspiring to see members of our fraternity zooming in from all around the world. I wish we could be together in the same room because the collective wisdom, passion, and network this chapter has would raise any roof. We greatly appreciate the support we have received, and we look forward to working closely with the Consulate, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and its chapters. We have great opportunities and challenges, and with your help, we will make them, and we will make this chapter the best chapter in the history. We believe our chapter offers a unique membership experience, and we appreciate your efforts in helping us grow. We have exciting plans for the future, and to stay updated, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can also visit our website at www.icaidc.org for more information. Last but not the least, I want to thank all the people who were involved in making this event a huge success. We know the amount of effort and commitment it took to see this event through. Right from planning for the event, finalizing the agenda, designing the event, inviting the guests, creating website and social media pages, and making sure that everyone who attended had a good time. I believe we have certainly set the bar. Prominent among them are CA Gokuldas ji, who founded this chapter and spearheaded this entire event. CA Kalpesh Desai ji, whose experiences and connections have helped us bridge the international borders. CA Praveen ji, who is responsible for making sure all our compliances and policies are up to date. CA Devi Prasad, who not only created the website, but was pretty much involved in every little project. And CA Pratyusha for being the most gracious MC and for working tirelessly for the success of this event. Thank you, everyone, and I wish you all a good day.
Thank you so much, Melanie, for concluding your remarks. I think we all had a very nice time. I thank each and every one of you for actively participating in this event. Thank you again.